Alright, so looks like we have a gold silver-ish game here. Turn down the volume a bit. Another Mercy game.
I actually laughed so hard.
Yeah, that's what being outside of society for so long will do to you.
Alright, so let's talk about some things here. So I was actually just playing this map with my team. Who's your other support? I wish I could see. Are you solo healing? You're actually solo healing. Okay, so if you had an Anna, which you probably should, she should just be sitting here with that core, and you should be sitting here just damage boosting the Pharah. Because you have solo healing, I'd probably just tell the Pharah, you know, I'm solo healing, so I have to stick with this group. If you need me, peek over here, show across this door so I can jump to you. So, yeah, there's not a lot you can do. You have Symmetra, Junkrat. This team comp is absolutely awful. But, okay, there's a soldier here. You should definitely be calling him out and peeking. No, you definitely just don't show at all. You're solo healing. Your life is the most high priority thing in the situation. Should just be hugging the wall as close as you can right here and then peeking out, but yeah, that was alright. Right here, you saw your Pharah. I'm not sure if you noticed it, but your Pharah was critical. You should be looking to jump to her, especially because there isn't a lot of pressure on point. There is the Roadhog, but yeah, she died. Just be looking, yeah. I'd be probably playing over here more because enemies can come out this right door over here. Yeah, you just want to be playing near your team and then playing where you can have a wall behind you. This is alright. I wouldn't even be walking up for the Symmetric because they have a hog, and if he can literally just peek here, and you won't have enough time to turn around and jump to another person, and you'll be jumping probably in a straight line, so you'll get killed. So standing here pocketing the Symmetra isn't much of a gain. And while you were sitting there pocketing your Symmetra, your Junkrat died. Good, you're pinging, you have res. He probably would have died here if you weren't pocketing him. Something you have to do is Mercy, if you do have res and you see a teammate that's dying, is drop your beam on them, let them die, because you'll res them with full HP rather than keeping them here at like this middle ground of like 300-ish HP. Okay, I'm not sure I want to play it that way. If you do commit to healing the person, then you want to stick with them. And then I would have just pressed Q right here, because this guy now is at 300 HP, and I can start healing him up again while these people are invulnerable, and I put pressure on them. So I would have just stuck to healing this guy. You're sitting on pistol, you're hiding. He's not going to die fast enough. You just saw the Roadhog shoot right here. This teammate's about to get, like, they're not going to be able to get rezzed again, so he literally has to die instantly right here, and you have to be in position to press Q. But because he didn't take too long to die, you gave up on the opportunity to sit on them and heal him, and then your two teammates here would have applied pressure. So you're down a person already in this fight when you could have had full power from a mistake. This is alright. Should be looking to heal the people that are in the most danger at the moment. Like, I think your Symmetra there was, like, going to die first, and your tanks had, like, both at least 400 extra HP. This is good. Whenever you're healing... Well, this obviously isn't as good. But whenever you're healing, you want to have your beam, and then you want to start looking for your next escape route or your next safe place to go. I would have just hid behind the Rhine there. You kind of made a mistake by dropping down, but You could have hid behind the Rhine. It's good holding res, not going for it. I'll be walking out to heal your Rhine right here. I would have probably tried to peek and heal that Torb if I could, because there wasn't a lot more damage coming at him. I'd also be pressing tab. I'd be pressing tab to see if Torbjorn had ult. If he maybe had ult, I maybe would have resed him there, even though it's a solo res. You're solo healing, so you get your ult insanely quickly. Walk to pick up the armor. You should definitely just walk to pick up the armor there. You're the most important person to be kept alive in this round. Should be picking up the armor. This is good. You should be playing around your Hog, because he's the best person on the team that can protect you. This game is so weird. Junkrat, Torbjorn, and Symmetra. I literally never see these heroes. This is good. Since you have numbers advantage, you should probably just be pocketing your teammates. I noticed that whenever people are hiding with res, a lot of the times they'll just be like sitting here not pocketing their teammates, and I mean, you don't have a lot of damage threats on you whenever they're all just trying to run to the point and kill the people on the point, so you can usually just pocket people and be helpful. Just a minor thing, you should pick Lucio at the very start of the match. Just do an amp speed boost, and then you can switch to Mercy and fly to your teammates. It gives them a speed boost to get back to point quick. And you don't lose anything yourself from it, because you gotta just jump to the rest of your team. This is probably good. You need to be tucking in next to the wall, either one of these walls, trying to hide. LaFera's hitting your teammates. And be looking at her. Whenever you're healing a teammate, you don't need to be looking at them. You just need to like keep them in mind of where they are at the moment. You were shooting at the Pharah, and you didn't really have any like pressure on her at all because you're Mercy, and she was getting pocketed at the time. So I usually just tend to stick to teammates and heal them. Unless it's someone like super low in front of me, then I can actually kill. Good, tell your team to regroup. Pocket him for the ult charge even if he is going to die. That's good. Probably be walking towards my team. My Widow damage boosting her isn't really going to do a lot. Maybe if she gets dove by Winston, I'll be able to heal her through it, but she usually can't deal with Winston. Even if she is being pocketed. Yeah, I probably would have solo resed Rhine there too. Actually really good. You should be sticking towards that when you can. That's just unfortunate that you got ulted there. he is pushing you, you should save your nade for when he's actually going to start damaging you, so you can actually heal through it.
Oh my god, yeah, the Winston's been
This is good. Playing this correct. I probably would have stayed healing my Rhine because Widow didn't need healing as much. She wasn't in the fray. This is good. Didn't need to nade the Rhine there to heal him, but it's alright. I might have just nanoed my Ryan right there. Boost Yod. Feels bad.
Somehow, in the middle of the Earth Shatter doesn't get stunned by it, and she squeezes me in the middle of the charge.
Yeah, I can.
An unfortunate round. I'll fast forward. Back on Mercy again. This is good. I usually try to jump up in the air with my Pharah whenever I can. Playing on the ground is okay, but if there's flankers, you want to be up in the air because you're much harder to hit. And when you're in the air, you have a more open array to who you want to jump to next.
Get that Mercy.
Somebody get rid of that, please.
Gotten rid of.
Alright, now it's a Genji.
That's good.
The person who was Sarah is now a Genji. Also a Vayne.
Telling your team, come here. So you can jump up to them.
Winston slept, don't kill him. Don't kill him.
However, no Sarah is going back to jumping.
Nice, good priority. I would be looking for that person on the top right to jump to, or the Reinhardt whenever Monkey jumps on you.
Winston's still targeting. Thank you.
Good, prioritize the Ana. And right now, no, I definitely wouldn't be jumping towards the Ana, I'd be jumping towards the Pharah, so the Genji would be harder to hit. It's good. Telling your team you have res. You go for it right now. Nice.
Nice.
We jump to the Pharah.
Don't push too far, guys.
That's good. I'd be damage boosting the Pharah. Just when you're not doing anything else, like when people are like missing like little bits of HP, you just top them off and then damage boost whoever, the Junkrat or the Pharah. I'd be looking to stay in midair with her. Because you want it to be avoiding this Genji blade, and you can also be healing while you're up in the air with her. You wouldn't be as much damage threat.
Oh no.
When you're that close to res, you want to use your melee if there's people that close, so it's like guaranteed, because sometimes you'll miss with your pistol, especially a diva who can damage block your pistol shots, and it can really screw you over whenever you're trying to go for a res with like a couple % missing. Yeah, you can also play like extra aggressive when you know you're gonna have res, because you know you're gonna go invulnerable whenever you do res, so you can like go in pretty aggro, draw fire onto yourself, res immediately, and so you'll get your health regen will start to kick in while you're invulnerable. You can start to heal up, and then already know your escape route when you're getting out. I normally always try to just help my Anna out as Mercy, 'cause she can help me out. I would have tried to fly to the Anna there. There's two different things you could have done. So this is good. You want to be pocketing your Anna because your Anna can heal the tanks. You just want to keep her alive. Right there, you had an option. If you have a correct key binding, you can just be holding L shift, and as soon as someone pops up on your screen, you will instantly jump to them regardless of how long the duration is. So you would have been able to do that. Also, you could have res there to live from the monkey, although you maybe would have died after, but if you're in those situations where it's just like tiny little peaks that you're getting on people, you want to be holding down L shift so you can get the jump. I know Lucio, 3 different sports in one game. I almost never do this. He's probably right. I probably would have tried to boop him. It's at a weird angle though. This is good. Go help your team. I'd probably be jumping on the diva myself right here, baby diva, and just trying to punch her to death.
I hear somebody boosting over left side, probably their rhyme.
God, the spread.
With me, we're going off the map.
Switch of speed, good. For the boop. Alright, this is good. Switch to heal. So you're missing HP. It's good. Yeah, I wouldn't be going down into this cubby. I would have just been staying near my team, giving them auras, and then as soon as he does walk right up here, he misses hook. Okay, if he would have walked up a little bit more, I would have walked to the edge and tried to boop him. You definitely don't want to be going into that cubby unless you have your team with you. And if they're all committing in there, you can speed them up. It's a good beat, I think. It's alright. Speed. I always speed whenever a diva ult's coming in, so it helps my teammates get away quickly. Looking to help him follow up, nice. I usually wait for the Genji to dash first and then decide when to boop him after, because after he dashes, if he doesn't get a reset, then he's really out of position after you boop him, and he can't really do a lot. So this is unfortunate. Sometimes it just one-shots you.
That was stupid.
Sitting on heal, that's good. I maybe would have went over and tried to boop the diva away to help my Anna. Or you can stand in front of your teammates if you're full HP and you're like trying to save them. You can just like stand in front of them, block some bullets. Alright, not a bad game. They did a lot of different stuff, but luckily I play all the sports, so you can comment on them. Weird team comp that you guys had for most of that game, though.
Come on.
I almost never see Bastion and stuff like that. Junkrat. So, overall a good game. There's a couple of different things I went over. I think you need to be pressing tab more. Probably thinking about where you should be before a fight starts and like where you should be positioning yourself during the fight. Because as Mercy, you want to be able to just like walk away from your teammates and jump to them if someone's on top of you, not hiding as much, because whenever you're hiding you make yourself super vulnerable by not giving yourself your passive to jump to, unless you're positioning yourself to be able to jump and you're already safe. So overall alright.